Hello and welcome to another video here on the channel. Today we will once again be reviewing another episode of Doctor Who. Of course, this is the second in the 60th anniversary specials, and with only one more to go, who can wait? Well, unfortunately we have to, but this one, so glad it's here. And just a special shout out at the start of today's episode of My Thoughts On. Of course, I have to mention this. Bernard Cribbins, in his last ever performance in Doctor Who, in anything. Wow. That's something, isn't it? To see someone no longer with you, performing. Yeah, that is his last performance, and it was confirmed during the live broadcast that there will be no more Bernard Cribbins in these specials. However, I hope they are doing that as a way of covering it up. I really hope they have filmed more, but I doubt it. I mean, he was 93. I hope he's at least mentioned in the next one. Is it get home safe? I don't care. I just want to see him again. Anyway, the opening. Anyway, like I said last time, notebook, initial notes. Then I've left it a day and I've put it all onto my spreadsheet, and then we'll read that. Okay, let's start right at the beginning. Strange opening. I have to say, I do agree with that. It is really strange that they start there and then they go away and whatever. Anyway, then we've got and then I said it's a good use of Sir Isaac Newton. And then they've said the word gravity, of course, which I've immediately put down as spoilers. Oh. Spoilers. Yeah, great link to the invention of gravity, albeit they've mentioned it as mavity. Don't continue that forward. In the next episode, I'd like to see it changed, please. It's broken. The TARDIS being broken, I was like, the interior being broken, and then them changing it in such a way. It was nice to use as a plot device to get rid of a sonic screwdriver, and him using a real screwdriver to do the job of a sonic screwdriver is hilarious to me. Yeah, great plot device not to have the sonic. Yeah, Panic in Donna was perfect. I got to watch the TARDIS runaway scene early because that was released early. If there's an early release scene this week, I will try and link it and get it out to you really quickly. Yeah, the vehicle was really interesting to see, but I did love it. The way the room kept changing every few minutes was really interesting to watch, and I did like that. The idea of someone being inside the robot was interesting, albeit there wasn't anyone inside the robot, but it was a nice idea, similar to the little tentacle inside the Dalek, which is nice. Why does the Doctor know such a specific number of languages? Yeah, cool. I know 23,126,000,000. Was it something like that? And why does he not know this one? That is interesting. The drone going around the ship, that I thought was really fancy and really cool, actually. Especially considering I've watched Doctor Who with such a poor, budget for so many years. It's really interesting to see this, elevated budget. It was interesting to see, the edge of the universe thing. It was really nice. It's interesting to see the Doctor scared and vulnerable, which I really, really like. Yes, the airlock leaving, suggesting suicide right at the beginning. It was deep. It was really interesting, but it was deep. Yeah. And the banter between Donna and the Doctor was so fun to see again, and I really hope that continues into the last one. And I hope the way that he leaves Donna is done in a very similar way to the way that they did it at the end of The Runaway Bride, where the Doctor asks, "Do you want to come with me?" And she goes, "No, I've got Wilf, and I've got Mum, and I've got Rose," and that would be perfect. It was nice to see an understanding of Donna's connection with Sean in the scene where she's moving all the racks up, which was really interesting. It's really interesting to see that simultaneous conversation, though. Like, it was very obvious, like, that was where they were going to go, but it was really interesting to see, though. Also, I watched a video just before filming this where the woman in the video suggested that the monsters in this episode might be linked to the nightmare monsters in the... Is it the Impossible Planet or something like that? The one from season 4 where Donna's on the sun lounger and the Doctor gets weaker and the monster gets stronger. Really interesting episode. If you've not, I suggest you watch that one. But yeah, that's an interesting thought. I don't think that's what they were going for, though. Yeah, it's really interesting to see the simultaneous conversations, if not a little bit jarring at the same time. Yeah, still fun to watch the janky CGI. That is something that I love to watch in Doctor Who. Like, the fact that we've got all these high-budget programmes out there, like, God, think of a high-budget programme that has, The Mandalorian. And yet people come to Doctor Who as well. That is what I love. I love Doctor Who because it's got such a low budget and it deserves more, but in the same way we love it being so like janky and disjointed, and that's what I love about it. Disproportionate Dr. Donna. The disproportionate Doctor and Donna chase was really interesting. I will forever refer to them as Dr. Donna because it's Dr. Donna Friends from season 4. And that to me is it. Yeah, also I'm wearing my Christmas jumper and I've just realised, like, I was going to put my blue t-shirt on, which is there. But like, anyway, yeah, it's like freezing cold outside. Honestly, it snowed today. Like, I woke up and it was snow. As you can see in this picture here, providing I can get it up. Yeah, it's been cold in the UK, and I want it to remain cold, actually. It gives me, like, a sense of season. I like having a sense of season. And some people don't. I do. I love having that, like, sense of season. Like, I want that to remain. Don't worry, it's not, that's stress, I'm not allergic to the jumper. The Nothing monsters are really interesting. They are very, very interesting, and I want to know more about them. However, I have a funny feeling that's going to be a one-time monster, which is a shame. Albeit I did have that feeling about the Weeping Angels until they came back. And something else I want to mention. During either the next season or the season after, the Autons have got to return. The Autons have been present in one New Who story. Anyway, so just for your clarification, I've got my eras sorted out now. Classic Who, which is obviously until the stop and the TV movie. From the beginning to the TV movie. New Who, which is season 1 to season 13, 14, whatever season we got up to. And finally, what this new these specials and following forward, I'm going to be calling the Disney era, just because it's easier. It's easier for you to like differentiate, and most people are going, New Who? No, the Disney era. Keep it simple. Yeah, because that's what the Power Rangers fans called it, so why can't the Doctor Who fans call it that? Next. Yeah. Jump scare horror was really interesting. It's so interesting to watch. And in Doctor Who, like, it works. The way the ship changes constantly adds, like, that challenge to the episode. Like, we knew it was coming from the moment that we saw it, but it's still interesting to watch nonetheless. The fake real conversations were interesting to watch, because it shows like how they've just like got these memories in here, which is so interesting, and I loved it. The understanding for like what the Dr. Donna knows is really interesting, because I thought that would like carry through into actual Donna, which it didn't, which was a shame. However, I think that might be tackled in the final special, which will be coming out soon. Only a week to go, and then it's Christmas for the next one. The Puddle Donna was so wacky, and I loved it. It was so like out there wacky, and like having seen pictures and like rewatched bits of it, to see her shoe like in front is so funny, and I recommend you rewatch it. The Bendy Doctor was really freaky, and I wrote here in brackets CGI ? Let me just get that to focus. Not here. Focus on the book. Focus on my words. Yeah, you can see that, right? In the end, it turns out there was someone doing that on the stage, on the set, which is freaky, but like a little bit of CGI in as well, which is so cool to watch. Sorry. It's been a long few days for me. Anyway, the Doctor's trauma from Flux was interesting to learn about. The door, the like falling door, looks reused from the past episode, and I love that, because being someone who's into like musical theatre and performing themselves, I know how expensive all of this is. So to say that like they're not just throwing budget everywhere as if to say, throwing it into the fire. You know, it's like great to see that they're reusing things that they can, and especially considering I've like watched the Doctor Who Unleashed as well. That's still like so cool to me. The plot of What Did the Captain Do is really interesting to watch, unfold, and learn about. Yeah. The countdown system was really interesting, and I'd love to like know how it was set up and that. However, I don't think we'll see anything more coming about. When Donna hit Donna was like really funny for me, and I love that, because like everyone has these little bits, but when Donna's hitting Donna, and it's like so funny, and that is Doctor Who. Doctor Who does not take itself seriously. It's supposed to just be wacky and funny, and that's what we need. Yeah, the return of the TARDIS was lovely. I can't believe the Doctor picked the wrong Donna, and Donna was so like calm about it. Loving the use of like the TARDIS interior with like the lifting slopes, which is it's nice. It's really nice to see that. The final explosion was stunning. And it's great to see Bernard Cribbins again. And I loved that. It's so good to see him back in. The end of the episode linking to the next was interesting because they have said that these are like very standalone episodes, which is good because if you don't want to watch all three, you do not have to. The bit that they've covered here will be linked to in the next one in the same way that the coffee explosion was explained in this one, and that is what I love. This is Doctor Who. Because people like jump in and jump out all the time. Also, I'm just seeing that in my shadow, and I'm like, it's fine. Yes. Next Time trailer was really interesting. I've seen it a couple of times today, which is good. Because I've been watching like BBC and all that because I watched the news this morning. So it's really nice to see this. I highly recommend that you either watched Unleashed or watch some of the clips that have been released by the official Doctor Who YouTube channel, just so that you understand. But it was really, really nice for Doctor Who to release a tribute to Bernard Cribbins at the end of the official episode, and then within Unleashed have that huge section on Bernard, which was so nice. That's all I'll say about that though, because I'm not reviewing the actual I'm not reviewing the I'm not reviewing Unleashed, I'm just reviewing Doctor Who itself. So then, let's see how this stacks up to the last one. Cast 7. There's only 2 of them in the entire episode, which creates a really nice atmosphere. I just wanted more people. Costume design 8. Links to other seasons 10. Bernard, Wilf. They have to either reuse that scene with Bernard in, or there had better be another one, and you better be lying to be BBC. Alright? You had better be lying. I swear. Honestly. I love doing this. This is so fun. I could do this all day. I won't, though, because I know it's bad for your eyes to watch. Anyway. Characters 9. Because like I said in the last one, there were some characters dragging it down. CGI 7. Plot 8. In a minute, we are going to see how this stacks up to to last week's. Music 7. Battles 8. Villains 7. TARDIS interior, it's the same as the last one, so still 7. Rewatchability 6, and availability, I have found out where it is for you guys in the Republic of Ireland, so I'm so happy, and I'm bringing it back up to 10. So, how does that make it stack up compared to the others? I'm just going to have to do a little something here just to like... So I'm just like trying to sort out my... Just trying to sort out my... Oh, for God's sake. Just trying to sort out my spreadsheet so I can get an average of where we're up to at the minute. But something tells me... Something tells me this is not gonna work. Yay! We got there. Right. Cast in the last one was an 8, which means our current average is 7.5. Costume design in the last one was also an 8, so we are currently averaging 8. Links to the other season in the last one was a 9, which means we're currently averaging 9.5. Characters in the last one was an 8, which means we're currently averaging 8.5. CGI was the same, so we're still at 7. Plot was also the same, so we're still at 8. Music was a 6 in the last one, because I felt it was stronger in this one, averaging us out at a 6.5. Battles, despite not being many in this serial, I did, however, want to talk about, what was it? I wanted to talk about something with that 8 that I put down on this one, because there's like no battles in this one. I can't think what it was though. Anyway, whatever it was strong enough for me to like compare it to battles. Honestly, I should write this stuff down. Anyway, in the last episode was a 7, so we're averaging a 7.5. Villains in the last one was a 9. So we are currently averaging an 8. Villains in the last... TARDIS Interior is the same, so that's averaging at 7. Rewatchability is 6. Availability is an 8.5. Meaning the current average... The average for this serial was a 7.8. The average for the previous serial was a 7.5. So we're averaging at roughly 7.7, give or take. 7.7, 7.6. It wouldn't average for me on here, so I can't tell you that until next week. I have big plans for the end of this year. I can't wait to share them all with you. Oh, I can't believe it's almost the end of the year. Christmas jumpers are back. Yeah. So, the next serial, The Giggle, looks really good and really interesting. There should be a scene released on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel soon. When it is released, I will share it on the community tab here, if I remember. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye.